Hey everybody, it's Cindy here, and today I want to talk to you about thriving through silence. Thriving through using silence in your life. Okay, now what do I mean by this? Do I mean the silent treatment, like you don't talk to people? No, I don't mean that kind of silence. But I do mean, really creating quiet time. Life can be really super noisy. We're often surrounded by people, or, there's kind of information overload out there. I mean, a lot of you deal with heavy traffic. Many of you live amongst millions of people. Um, you're coming and going in your lives, coming and going, and you may not sit still very often because most of us have a lot of amazing choices every day of things we could do, places we could go, people we could spend time with. And so we can kind of get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life and not get quiet with ourselves. But to really thrive in our lives, we want to be healthy in every way, and I believe in holistic health. I believe in mind, body, and spiritual health and how they all weave together to help us to live our best of lives. And so I want you to understand, if you don't already, how living in some silent time on a regular basis and making silence one of your health habits and daily practices can actually help you thrive. So let me give some examples first of how to practice silence or bring silence into your life in the way that I mean, and then I'm going to talk to you about the benefits, okay? Okay, so one way is through activities like prayer or meditation or visualization. Now this is where, in whatever form you do this, I mean there's no one way. There's millions of ways, right, to pray or meditate or visualize or whatever. But basically, in general, these practices invite us to be quiet, right? Maybe to turn within. I'm closing my eyes just thinking about them because I tend to be a meditator or prayer who closes her eyes when I do so. Now, that doesn't mean that's how it has to be done, but for me, it helps me shut down all the visuals around me. And I can be even quieter in that way and more focused in on what I want to focus on. And so another way to meditate is to go on a nature walk or go sit under a tree or be outdoors and just connect to the earth, connect to other living things, and just be in their presence. A lot of people feel better just walking along the ocean. I mean, there's all kinds of studies about this. Just taking quiet walks along the oceans or having your skin connect with the earth, literally, like bare feet in the sand, bare feet on the grass, hands on a tree, brushing your hand through the wheat fields or along the grass, or touching flowers, smelling them, petting animals, whatever. So I would spend one way to bring more silence into your life is to go on nature walks with yourself quietly, or to tune in to yourself or your higher power if you believe in that, or whatever, through prayer or meditation, or have some sort of visualization practice, that kind of thing. So that's one way. Another way is mindfulness practices. Mindfulness practices, now again, there's a gazillion of these, but basically my understanding of being mindful is living right in the present. So being very, very present in your life, not constantly thinking about 5 minutes ago or 5 days ago or 5 months ago or 5 years ago or tomorrow, the next day, what you have coming, but rather just being where you are and really experiencing where you are in the present with all of your senses. Like seeing where you are, smelling where you are, hearing where you are, tasting where you are, feeling, touching where you are, and then that sixth sense, of course, as well. So the more present you can stay in your life, being just right in the here and now, the more you will thrive. in that practice. It's really helpful because when we dwell on the past or we worry about the future, we're distracting ourselves from right now. So we're not really living right now, when right now is really all we've got, right? Is this minute right now. And then listening, we have to be silent to truly listen. And whether that's, listening to the frogs croak in the pond outside when I'm outside and taking that in, or whether it's listening to an awesome podcast when you're driving down the road in your car, or listening to another soul speak to you about what's important to them, or the total silence listening to the emptiness out there and listening for the Holy Spirit, for God, for guidance from your ancestors, for your higher self, whatever you think is out there that you can listen to call on for greater clarity or knowledge or answers or whatever great direction in your life, whatever works for you. Another way to listen in silence is to listen to your inner gut, like to listen to what your body is telling you, how your body is speaking to you through your feelings. Listen carefully. Do you feel good? Do you feel not good? Do you feel calm and peaceful? Do you feel stressed out and wound up? That's your inner guidance system speaking to you, but you got to be quiet to kind of really hear it. But you want to listen to those things because our feelings tell us a lot about whether we are on track and aligned in a positive way in our life, or if we're off track, we're steering off course and headed down a road that will not be healthy or good for us. Okay? So why do we do this? What's the point of silence? You're like, whatever, Cindy, why would I spend time doing this? Well, I'll tell you what, it helps with clarity. It helps us get really, really clear. When we spend some time in silence every day or as regularly as possible, it helps us get really clear about what's important to us and what we want in our lives and what needs to go. Just really, really clear, because answers come. So that's another thing. Decision making can be easier when you spend some time in silence. You can get clarity you may have questions in your mind. Do I go this way or that way? Do I take this job or that job? What do I do about this relationship? You can ask these questions and put them forth as you're visualizing, praying, meditating, walking, calling on your ancestors, calling on your higher self, calling on your gods, angels. Again, whatever you believe in, you can ask for help making decisions. And if you're quiet, you may hear some very direct guidance. When we're able to engage in silence and pause and quiet our minds and quiet our hearts and souls and quiet our bodies and just be, we also create the opportunity for greater mental focus and concentration. It's very restful and restorative for our brains and our bodies to sit in silence and not be totally asleep. Sleep is one way to restore and renew and rejuvenate ourselves, but being quiet is another way. So it offers you, instead of getting another jolt of caffeine, pause, meditate for a little bit, sit quietly for 10 minutes and see how you're rejuvenated and how you can be more laser focused on whatever it is that's important to you right now. And then we can be more inspired as well. We're open to receive. We're open to receive new ideas. We're open to receive, to allow things to jump out at us that we may have missed if we hadn't had some quiet time. An idea may come to you. The perfect word or phrase you're looking for your report. The answer to a problem you're trying to solve at work. Maybe direction on what you need to do about a relationship will become very clear to you. You'll be inspired to move forward in a relationship or something, or another kind of dream in your life, a goal or something. So it can really invite an inspiration when we clear the clutter in our mind, the monkey mind, and clear the clutter around us and just allow ourselves to be open and ready to receive. And then silence practices reduce our overall stress and create a greater calm and peace in our lives. And who doesn't thrive better in every area of their lives when they're feeling less stressed, right? Less stressed, more peaceful, and calm. So it's really worth it. It's really worth it to give silence a try. And so I wanted to share that with you today. And I also wanted to let you know that next Wednesday, we're going to continue this conversation into next week, because next Wednesday, Dr. Samantha Durland, who, she's awesome. And she has a whole lot to say about how to thrive health-wise, wellness-wise, live a balanced life and everything, especially for us gals who are in midlife. This is one of her favorite areas to talk and teach around. And so I'm going to be able to interview her live next Wednesday at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So she'll continue the discussion on thriving with our bodies, thriving in our health, and so forth. But I wanted to share this approach anyway with you today, and then we'll build on it more next week. So if you want help in your life in getting healthier and thriving instead of just surviving in any of the ways we've talked about or other ways, please let me know. I'm a coach, and I'm a darn good one, and I have a long therapeutic background as well, and I'm certified in success methodology too. So I have the mindsets, the skill sets, and the success habits I can teach you and hold you accountable to what you say that you want. That's one of the things we coaches are super good at, is being an awesome support team for you and an accountability partner for you. So we don't let you slide and slip, but yet help you focus and move forward in your lives. And I offer a free coaching call to anybody who wants it in this group. And so if you want that, then just type below, just comment below and say, hey, Cindy, I want a call, please, whatever, give me a note, comment below and let me know. And of course, I always appreciate when you like or give, some indication that these video blogs are useful to you. So if you could let me know you're listening by liking or commenting below something that's important to you, that really helps me to know what's helping, what's not, what works, what doesn't, and what value you find in these things, so I can continue to serve in the very best way I know how. So anyway, let's go thrive through silence, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.